The idea of responding to everything in real time and being constantly updated is not only counterproductive but also a recipe for misery and suffering. Epictetus believed that life boils down to two main principles: persisting and resisting. There are things you should start doing, things you should continue doing, and things you must do. Conversely, there are actions you should refrain from, things you should resist. In today's discussion, we'll delve into what you shouldn't do. One common fear is the fear of change. The past often appears more appealing than it truly was, mainly because it's not our current reality. However, Marcus Aurelius reminds us, all things arise from change. Every positive event in your life has been a result of change. Don't let the uncertainty of the future disturb you. When the time comes, face it with the same tools of reason you use today. Recognizing your capabilities and understanding that you can handle challenges means you shouldn't fear change or remain stuck in old patterns. Stoic indifference is another concept worth noting. It doesn't imply a lack of care or concern. Instead, it suggests that you remain steadfast regardless of the outcome. Stoics don't harbor preferences about future events. Whether tomorrow brings rain or sunshine, warmth or cold, admiration or disdain from others, they know their duty and are equipped to handle any situation. Lastly, consider the shows you watch. Do you ever find yourself watching an entire series, even if the initial episodes are dull, simply because someone mentioned it gets better? It's crucial to evaluate and decide for yourself, rather than being swayed by external opinions. But what if we viewed our lives and our goals in the same light? We'd come to understand that things are improving and that change is an integral part of this process. It's essential not to sweat the small stuff. Every day, every minute, numerous events unfold, but most are inconsequential. Thus, it's prudent not to give minor issues more attention than they deserve. What you focus on, you become. Engaging in gossip, for instance, diverts us from our intended path. If you wish to avoid idle talk, steer the conversation elsewhere. If you don't want to overexpose yourself, listen more and speak less. If you're keen on starting a physical activity, practice it consistently. If you aspire to be a reader, read daily, even if it's just a page. Don't fret over things beyond your control, things that don't align with your life's objectives, or distractions from what you should be doing. It's crucial to sidestep these pitfalls. You don't need an opinion on everything. Sometimes, it's best to remain oblivious and stay focused on what truly matters. David Wallace, a renowned novelist and professor, emphasized in one of his lectures that genuine education isn't about the ability to think, but rather the choice of what to think. Don't place others' opinions above your own. When faced with criticism, employ the same exercise Marcus Aurelius did. He would reflect on these individuals, considering their flaws, vices, and achievements. What you'll often find is that the opinion of someone you are about to let overshadow your self-assessment is, in reality, utterly insignificant. Their views don't matter in the slightest. These individuals are often the antithesis of what you aim to be. So, if they disapprove of your actions, it's probably a good sign. You don't need anyone's validation. Just focus on your beliefs and the person you aspire to be. It never ceases to amaze me, we all love ourselves more than we love others, yet we care more about others' opinions than our own. What others think is a poor compass for guidance, it's a distraction from our own thoughts. Focus on who you are in your sense of identity, for it's by this that you should measure yourself and your actions, not by the frivolous opinions of others. Seneca once said, "The only good, the cause and sustenance of a happy life, is self-trust." On revenge and letting go. Don't seek revenge. The best revenge is not to be like your adversary. This sentiment echoes Marcus Aurelius, a man who faced countless betrayals and attacks, yet believed that the ultimate retaliation was not to become like those who wronged him. Epictetus points out the absurdity of retaliating against inanimate things or animals. You'll face criticism, attacks, and hurt. Should you retaliate in kind? No. What you should do is relinquish this constant need for revenge. Just because someone acted against you doesn't mean you've been harmed. You're okay. You'll be fine, and you can move past it. On starting your day right. Many people wake up and immediately check their phones, emails, becoming essentially a to-do item on someone else's list. Their quality of life is dictated by someone's tweet, a new photo post, or the latest gossip. This isn't a healthy way to live. You must stop being jerked around like a puppet. Slow down. You don't want to start your day in a frenzy. You want to be in control. It's crucial to start your day right and not let external factors dictate the quality of your day or life. On accessibility and boundaries. There's an intriguing story about Napoleon. He would only read his letters 3 weeks after they arrived, knowing that most issues would resolve themselves in time. But if you're constantly checking, if you're too accessible, you'll find yourself embroiled in matters you needn't be involved in, wasting time on issues that would have sorted themselves out. The idea of responding to everything in real time, of being in the loop about everything, isn't just counterproductive, it's a recipe for misery and suffering. You must be willing to not know everything that's happening. Don't be so accessible that anyone can disrupt you and your focus at any given moment. Consider sleeping with your phone in another room. Leave it in a different space, and you'll be making a significant move. Don't let every opinion or notification affect you. You don't need to let it upset you. The power of choosing not to have an opinion. You always have the option not to hold an opinion. As Marcus Aurelius suggests, you can simply let it go. Let it float by like clouds, reminiscent of the Buddhist teachings about thoughts. Don't let it weigh you down, harm you, or even irritate you. You don't need to stress, respond, or let it get to you. You can choose to release it. Seeking approval, a trap. Epictetus warns that when you look outside of yourself for validation, you've surrendered your happiness and autonomy. A significant Stoic concept revolves around things within our control and those outside of it. How you judge yourself, whether you're progressing, succeeding, wealthy, or whatever metric you use, shouldn't be determined by others. Otherwise, you're handing over your life to them on a silver platter. Who are these people whose admiration you seek? Aren't they the same ones you once deemed irrational? Is that who you want to be admired by? Sure, it feels great when people are congratulating you, saying you're fantastic. But what happens when that changes? What if the crowd is wrong? What if the era you're living in values the wrong things? Clinging to externalities makes you vulnerable to those who control them. Look within. Set your own standards for what's essential to you. There's no need to rely on external sources, external people, or external benchmarks for your success, happiness, or self-worth. You find that internally. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up.